Alright, you done fucking around? Breaking my shit? God. Hey. Nah, I don't know what the fuck is going on, to be fair. I can't hear shit either. And then I can hear shit. But then I can't hear shit. So I don't know. Fucking Windows, man. They need to stop updating their bullshit. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. How we doing? How are things? How's stuff? You're not getting yelled at tonight? You want me to yell at you? I can do that. Just cause. Thank you for the movie poster. Uh-oh. Well, that's me getting muted. Cool. Oh well. What are they gonna do? Ban me? Not like anybody goes to YouTube anymore anyway, right? I mean, hi YouTube. Hi. You watched 5.5 hours of wrestling? God, why? I mean, hope you had a good time. Ouch. No. Sorry. I was just playing around.
Go easy on the Pepsi.
I really do like Pepsi. I do like sausage.
Oh, that's why.
I do like sausage a lot. Hell, you could have a sausage taco. I'd be down with it. I'd like meat. Give me meat. I want meat in my mouth. Put it in there.
Just here to ask the one thing and then watch it later because I gotta go to sleep. Only 2 more bus drivings. Oh yeah, it's almost the end of the season. Well, go ahead and ask. You know it'll be in the Discord. I don't know what he's doing. Oh yeah. That's what you wanted. Alright, go get some sleep, Conan. Thank you for being the first one here. I appreciate you. He's so fast. Get some good sleep. I hope you enjoy tomorrow. Watch the VOD later. Yeah. We'll get to it. It'll probably be here in about 5 minutes or so. Sweet. But we'll get that answered for you. I don't know. I'm not paying attention, to be fair. I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I didn't hear no skip. Ugh. One thing we gotta do though, I need to do, because me. But hi Cobbler, welcome in, Jeff. Hi, how are you? Bye, Ravenous, good to see you, Dave. Also, I guess. It was wonderful. I had a lot of fun. We went out. We didn't go out till about 11, a little after 11. Got home about 6:30 this morning. Yeah, it was good times. Boy, what are you doing? Yeah, got pretty fucking drunk, to be fair. Hasn't happened in a while. So that's good. And then I had to go to work today. That sucked. But we're doing all right. Yeah. Go lay down. Go lay down. He probably has to TOTTY. Yeah. Not video. What's wrong with the captions? Everything. I hate everything. I hate everything. What do you want, fur nuts? All right. Look. But you can't get in my lap. No, you weigh 70 pounds. Get down. Get down. Urgh. You are not a lap dog anymore. You never were, you big fucker. You weigh 200 pounds and you never complain about me sitting in my lap? Yeah, but you don't have fucking claws and try to get in the chair. We always sit on each other's lap on the couch or the bed, so it's different. I thought you said you weren't getting yelled at tonight, Ravenous. Hmm? Can you hear him? Whining like a little bitch? You're not. You just spent biddies in this channel. You're getting angry finger wags, and you need to knock it the fuck off. Stop spending money on me in this channel. You know better. There. What? Dude, seriously. I earn my money, I spend it how I want. Yeah, well, and if you spend it here, you're gonna get angry finger wags. That's just how it fucking goes. And you know this, so. All right! Why is your eye bubbly? Why do you have bubbles in you? What is wrong with your eyeball? Besides, is Snarky now in the queue? No, because he has the emotes in front. So, all right, let me take this stupid animal out because he doesn't know how to potty when we go potty. Apparently, he likes to hold it, so he has to go twice because he's weird and has ADHD. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know. Yeah. House wins the poll? Probably. Where are we at? 16, so 0 to 20 minutes. Yeah, nobody thought that was going to happen. Sorry about the early break, folks. We'll come back. We'll chat a little bit more, and we'll get on these questions and figure out what the fuck we're going to do today. Yeah, give me just a couple minutes, guys. Hang tight. Sorry.
He's got his own little hand.
What? What? Did you just say he has his own hand? What the actual fuck is on your foot?
Like benign shimmer that's on my foot. Sophie like hates them. So I like legit rub my feet off of her leg.
I'm fucking
but the
crying.
one that has toenail on it. She's like.
Yeah, we don't care, Brock. Shut the fuck up. God damn. And he wants to talk some more. Like, dude, I'm not your friend. Okay? This ain't the fucking Pokemon series. You're not gonna follow me. Shut the fuck up. You know when I'm gonna see you again? Fucking never, you little bitch. Quit talking. Ew. Swimming in guts, I'm swimming in guts. Don't mind me, just a swimming in guts. I'm covered in blood and goofy stuff. I'm swimming in guts, that's me.
He's so hot.
What? I'm the fucking best at this video game! They will bring me fame and fortune and tongue none. I do appreciate a good tongue none. Nun tongue. Tongue none? I like a tongue none. Nun tongue. La 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 la. Some nuns can't learn the tongue? God damn it, I coughed in the fuck. God. Ah. Can you hear me? I am not an insect? Are you an insect? What is that? Stop breaking things, bro. This is a very delicate archaeological treasure site. Dude, don't be a dick.
I could go check the door if you want.
That would be great. Yeah. I'm kind of stuck in the basement down here.
Stuck in the basement.
Stuck in the basement. Where am I stuck? Down in the basement.
Oh my
Ah, fucking. That's not checking the door, babe.
I'm literally at the door and it's open.
I know, this is actually a really cool house. Like, the layout is incredible and I love it. Minus the gates and the blood and the creepy mannequins that just appear out of fucking nowhere. Ah! And dead bodies falling from the sky. I don't like that the... Ah, fuck me! Fucking... Guys, I gotta play with the dog.
Yeah, you did.
Just a couple minutes worth. I'm sorry. I apologize. Get your baby! There it is. Come on. Okay, so we can fix the thing.
Why did the screen go dark like that, lol?
I don't, it's like, it does that, I don't know why. Maybe, yeah, maybe I am blinking. What the fuck?
Fucking fuck fuck.
Fucking fuck fuck.
I also scream.
Albums. Get out. Sorry about that. So is he. All right. Where were we? Where are we? What's going on? What day is it? You love to see me play horror games? I do. I do that over on the Twitch app. I don't know what you would call it an app, but yeah. Not tonight though. Tonight we will be doing Chrono Trigger. We got some bosses to fucking fight. Yup. Oh, welcome in. Yeah, Chrono Trigger. That's the one. Yep. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if the beta updates to stable mode or if it was Windows or I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, so all the audio got fucked again. I need to finally make one bot to rule them all. But I got so much shit to do. Ugh. Alright, I need you guys to like go over to the Ko-Fi and fucking donate enough where I can pay all of my bills for 6 months and not have to go to work so I can get everything fucking done. Okay. Ugh. Back when I was writing my second novel, there was a post that came across talking about I think it was Mary Shelley. Get a job. I have a job. That's part of the fucking problem. I have to go in the outernet goddamn every day. No, but there was it was Mary Shelley or somebody, I don't remember, somebody like that back in that era was writing a book and her friends literally paid her rent and all of her bills and shit for an entire year so that she could write the book. And I posted that on whatever, Twitter or whatever, and I was like, my friends need to step it up. They never did. What's going on? I don't know what got into him tonight. Anyway. Yeah, it's not. Well, I mean, I will never have only one bot, right? Because we got Snarky and Robot Bearded. They have their own now and everything. But I do want one bot to control the Tavern Talk stream. What do you think this is? Some kind of autonomous? I mean, I don't think that I have the wherewithal to start a commune. Like, who the fuck's gonna... Thank you for the follow, Cobbler. Welcome in. On both sides. But who the fuck is gonna, like, listen to me, you know? I always watch, like, all those documentaries and shit, like, on all those cults and commune stuff and, you know, and all that. And I'm just like, how do you people believe that, dude? Like, because all of them are like, oh, I'm fucking the next prophet and God speaks through me. And everybody's like, oh, yes, we will obey and listen forever and ever. Amen. And give you all our babies. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. I know it's a lot of like mind control type, you know, wording and stuff and preying on beliefs and weaknesses and stuff, but come on. Yeah, exactly. They're like, let me turn over all of my worldly possessions, all of my bank accounts to you, and then let me go work on your farm and feed everybody. Like, just a bunch of friends working together to help each other. Yeah, you mean like hunter-gatherer society? Like we used to have before somebody invented money? Yeah, that was great. Now we have this fake value system that everybody bows to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even mind. I need to go like all the way back, you know, in society to like hunter-gatherer stuff, but going back to like the bartering system, I think would be amazing. You know, like, oh, I need fucking windows put in my house. I don't know how to do that, but Joe knows how to do window install. So I go talk to Joe, and Joe's like, yeah, I'll do it, but I need my engine repaired. And I'm like, oh, well, Steve knows how to repair engines. So you go talk to Steve. Steve will repair Joe's engine, and Joe will then install your windows. And all you have to do for Steve is like help him fucking harvest his wheat field for a couple weeks, you know, or whatever. Like, everybody has a skill. Let's use those skills to help each other out and get what you need done. Like, honestly, just a group of friends living in a place and sharing expenses and chores, so it's not overwhelming. Yeah, that's called Mormons. It's cheaper to live with someone than on your own.
He said,
yeah.
Woo. Politics. Box is checked.
Boxes checked. Yeah, Evie, you could just be a sister wife and have that. Yeah, there we go. We've met our quota. Yeah. Fuck that. You can have your person. It's just somebody else's person too. Can you be a sister wife too? Dave, you are the original sister wife. What are you talking about? Maybe get you some brother husbands. Yeah, there you go. Turn it around, Evie. Flip it around. Be the matriarch and just be like, dudes only. Love being two of my brothers. I'd sign up for that. I'm sure Dave would too. So there's two right there. You're already on a roll. Let's go. Can we maybe not do it in Canada though? It's fucking cold as shit up there. We go like Belize. I don't know. We have health care. Yeah, but you know, just don't get sick. That's what we Americans do. You don't need health care if you're never sick. If it ain't falling off, you don't need a doctor. If it does fall off, well, you don't need a doctor. It's not like you're gonna fucking reattach it. When you say brother. Oh my god. Anyway, what a weekend we've had. How was your weekend? Is today Sunday for real? It is Sunday, right? So it is. That was rhetorical. You don't have to answer it. How was your weekend? What did we get up to? Evie, did you get more shit unpacked? Dave, did you survive your workload? Fi, did you whatever you do? Kidding. It's Monday for you? Oh, you must be over in Europe. It's very early in Monday for you. You didn't work today? You're going back to morning. But you worked Friday, Saturday night, right? 5 a.m.? Bro, are you getting up or staying up? You do the stuff you do? Nice. You unpack some. You had a headache and nap? That sounds fucking productive to me. You took the day off for wrestling? Wait, it's your birthday today? Staying up. Okay, good. I've always said 5 a.m. is for staying up, not waking up. It's not your birthday. Is it Geek's birthday? Whose fucking birthday? Why do I not know this? I feel like a horrible friend. Yeah, me. I'm sensitive. Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious. I laughed way too hard and way too long at that shit. That shit was so funny. Oh, speaking of shit that was funny. Let me see if I can get this over to my Discord stuff. You guys want to see what I found at work today? I'll share it with you. Took you a minute to remember what that was from. Yeah. Treasure. Well, I wouldn't say it was treasure. Let me. I'll put it in here, and then I can go here. Okay, let me. And then I can do this. I'll just open it in the browser, that's fine. All right, let's go over to the main screen. I'll show you this, what I found at work, and then we'll get to some of the questions. Yeah. This was written on the wall right above one of the urinals.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker. In case you can't read it. It says, need $50? Send feet pictures too. So there's a dude that wants feet pics, $50. We had a it's a good deal. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we had a homeless dude with his grungy feet because he didn't have shoes. So I went out and took pictures of his feet while he was like napping in the shade, and I sent it. The bitch didn't send me any money yet. I'm very upset. Is that mine? No. No, I'm totally doxing somebody right now, but fuck it, they wrote it in a public bathroom. It's public display, so it's not private information anymore. Sending now. Yeah. Yeah, see if anybody gets $50. Chris is a scammer. Chris is a bitch. Yeah. We don't like Chris anymore. I didn't get my money. I didn't even get a reply. Dirty bastard. I was supposed to clean that off, but I thought it was too glorious that, like, I just left it. I mean, literally, I mean, look at the excellent penmanship. I mean, look at this. Look. Like, this is just, I don't even know what this is. Like, literally, what? Okay, I know that's a C. I think that's an R. I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that an R or a V? I don't know. Could be a Y. It's a D. Yeah, I'm thinking D, right? Because of the name. But yeah, I mean, they were obviously writing this when they were shaking, you know, twice. Apparently that O wasn't good enough, or 0, or they did 2 5s. Looks like they did 2 5s with a Y on it, and then they changed it to 50 up above. So yeah, this is great stuff right here. So Chris, I'm helping you out, brother. I hope that you get a shit ton of feet pics. Well, this is at the urinal, not the commode. So yeah, hopefully they weren't taking a dump. I didn't clean that up either. You do PayPal? I don't know. Yeah, text him. Be like, I got some feet pics, bro. I don't have Cash App. You got PayPal? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to delete this VOD, but that's fine. That Cash App is so a girl. You think it is? Should we do like some fucking investigation to see if we can find out who Chris Davies is? Because Chris is one of those neutral names, like Pat, Chris, you know, could be short for Christy or Christina. Yeah. Is it really a girl? No fucking way. You see, Google's how to send a text from a web bro. Oh, now I feel bad because it's probably not really, obviously it's not her who wrote that. Somebody's mad. I am going to look it up though. On my thing. Let's see. It's probably Davis. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How do I do it? Can I search? Okay. What was it? Oh. Oh, I think I know her. Not personally, but like from the store. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Well, now that I know it's not a dude looking for dude feet pics, I'll probably erase that off the wall tomorrow because now I feel bad. They're gonna fucking do toe prints and track you down by. That's funny. I mean, who knows? Maybe she told her dude to go write it in there. She has a boyfriend. Well, maybe not anymore. She might have been like, dude, go write this on the fucking wall. But I can tell you this, if it's who I think it is based on that picture, she doesn't have $50 to send you. So that's probably why I didn't get a reply. I'm just kidding. I never sent anything, but. I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be the other way around though? Like, wouldn't it be like, have $50, want feet pics? You know what I mean? Like, why would you give me your PayPal or your Cash App if you're supposed to send me money? It's a viewer that started their OnlyFeed. Yeah, damn it. And I gave them the advertising. Why would it, I don't know. Girls can pee standing up, Dave. It is possible. They can do all they just have to pinch. And then it maybe she was not alone. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'll get rid of it tomorrow. I have to go in tomorrow. Yeah, I have to go in an hour early too, which either means I'm going to be in trouble or I don't know. I'm probably in trouble for something. I don't even know what, but yeah, boss messaged me today. She's like, can you come in an hour early? I'm like, ugh, what do I do now? The only thing I can think of, tomorrow's a Monday. Big boss works, district manager works. Like, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's answer some questions. We got 6 in the queue. You guys are crazy with it. That's great. I love it. Keep bringing them. But let's get to the first one. And go from there. Here we go.
Kleiner Conan asks send the movie poster to the Discord channel.
Right. So, Conan has been working, or I've been working with Conan on the movie poster thing. And he wants to know now how to do the webhook to send it to Discord. So I'm going to show you that real quick here. Let's see, what's the easiest way to do this? Okay, here's what you're going to want to do. I mean, you're setting up, basically, you're just setting up a webhook. Now, with the movie posters, it's a little bit different. So what I do is I have a folder in my stuff somewhere. Honestly, I don't remember where, but let me zoom in so you can see. So we're going to stuff somewhere in my, I think, images. I don't fucking know. Oh, actually, I do know. Streamer bot. Is it in here? data. I don't know. I put it somewhere. Oh wait, no, nope, nope. I remembered. Holy crap, my brain. Here, textuses, HTMLs, movie poster. So I have this I called it creations, and inside you'll see there's every movie poster ever made, ever, since I started doing it. They're all there, right? And they all have, like, I don't know what it is, hour, minute, or something like that as their name. So you have to save these locally. That's the first thing you do. So what I do, let's go find it here. That's not the right bot. This is the right bot. So, actions. No, that's snarky. Damn it, where's my... Why are you way over there? Why are you way over there? Get over here. Okay, is this the right one? I don't fucking know. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go. Poster. What? Here we go. All right, so we get the add target from info, as normally you would. We set the browser source, the delay, the play the sound, which is going to get me muted today on YouTube, and I'm sorry for that. We turn the poster on and off and all that. This is all what you should have already set up, right? But what we also have to do is we have to save the image, and I have that saved somehow, and I'm gonna remember how in just a moment. I thought I did it. Maybe I do it in the shit. I think I do screenshot, to be fair. Or not. This is Conan's question. Conan is no longer here. I had to go to bed because I had to work tomorrow, but I promised I would help them with this. I'm just trying to remember how I set it up. Oh yeah, here it is. Duh. So, okay. Let's go back in here. Okay, so we have this one here. OBS, take screenshot. So you find your scene, you find your source, which actually is your browser source, and then you tell it where to save. And then I've done this time, month, second, mm-ss as the name, so it's a variable. It'll pull that in at the time, and as you can see, it saves them as like 0406, 0407, whatever. Just something, so it's unique, right? And so you save that somewhere on your hard drive. I save mine in the movie poster, like I said, creations. So once the movie poster is visible, over here, we delay, we take the screenshot, and that saves it to your hard drive. And then the webhook, you're going to do a basic webhook, and I just named it movie poster. And then the webhook URL, we'll get to that in a second. And then I have this as the message here, check out the movie poster created by user, and it'll just post their username. But down here on image, because this will be uploading an image, it is screenshot file, because that is the thing. That's what the variable is called for this here. So screenshot file, which will bring this file path into it. So the first thing you have to do is in Discord, and let's just go over here. I'll show you on my Discord here. You're going to find where you want to put them. So if you don't have a place, we can make a new channel. For example, we'll just make one called movie poster. If I can spell, whatever, doesn't matter. But you have that, and then you're going to go to the little settings over here in the edit channel, and we're going to go to integrations. and then webhooks, and you're going to just create a webhook, and then it's going to just create one for you. But we're going to edit it, so you can change the name here. So we're just going to do movie poster, right? Why can't I not spell tonight? I can't do shit tonight. And then what channel it's going to be in. Obviously it's in this channel. And then we want to copy the webhook URL. Well, I still can't spell. There we go. Copy the webhook URL. And then we're just going to come down here and save changes. And you can give this a little profile picture if you want to, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But once you have that copied, you're basically done in Discord. And then you're going to come back over here, your Discord webhook, the webhook URL. That's where you're going to paste whatever you just copied from over there. And so this knows to paste this webhook into that thread, right? And so it'll give you whatever the content, that's the message, and then it'll upload that file that is saved in this screenshot thing. And then I just do a message. So I send a Twitch message that says, you know, your poster looks so badass, for saving it forever. You can see it in the movie posters channel of the Bearded Pint Discord. And then I give a join link to the Discord, because if somebody makes a movie poster and they're not in the Discord and they want to see it, they can go join and then they can see it, right? And then that's all I do. And then I just turn the movie poster stuff back off. So it's just those two extra steps. Sorry, I hit my microphone. Take the screenshot, make the webhook in Discord, and then, you know, wherever you're saving your stuff, make sure that that's the file that gets uploaded. I do have a backdrop on mine, but the backdrop is only on OBS because a lot of our profile pictures are like transparent background. They're not, you know, full screen. So like Hi-Fi's, you know, his little Max dog is transparent around it. And so when I have the backdrop on OBS, because you'll be able to see like the game through it or whatever, and it just looks weird. So I just made a background, cropped it to a little bit bigger than the actual movie poster size, and put it behind it. But that doesn't come up in the saved file. We're just saving a snapshot of the actual movie poster browser source itself in OBS. Yeah. So, because like we can look here, for example, this was before Hi-Fi made his transparent, so you can see like the wall behind Max's big ol' ears there. But then if you look at one of his later ones here, it's actually transparent. So there's, you know, nothing behind it. But that's why I do the background. Yeah. And you'll get into that too. You know, you'll see, oh, you know, because like you can get like here's Conan's, right? Obviously there's no transparency in this picture in his avatar. And so you have that, it's not a problem, right? But then you get some that is transparent, and I think we have a couple of other ones here. But Fi's, oh, here's one. So, you know, this got transparent behind it, but you can't really see, you know, so you just want to figure it out, you know. And like I said, it's not everybody has a transparent background for their profile, but a lot of us do. And so it's something to help it remain visible during those times. Yeah. Fairly easy there. So just those two extra sub actions, take the screenshot and display the webhook, or create the webhook, and you're good to go. All right, let me get rid of this because I don't need this channel in my thing. Delete. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go back here and go back to Tavern Talk. There we are. There we go. So that should satisfy that one. And of course, Conan knows and is a member of the Discord. So, and this goes with anybody that's asked a question. If you're not here and you come back to the VOD, all the VODs, all the questions are posted in the Discord under the Tavern Talk channel in the booths. And it'll have your question, the time and date that it was asked, and then the question itself. And then there's two links we post, two links. one to Twitch, it will show the VOD, and then another one to the live replay on YouTube. That will, link to those. Now, the YouTube one will be permanent and forever. The Twitch one disappears after 60 days, which is why we spent the time to make both, because now you can go back all the way through all of the questions you've ever asked in here, and anybody can see any question that was asked. And if they want to know the answer for themselves, they can just click on the YouTube link and it'll always be there. Unless for whatever reason I have to delete the live replay of that stream. But so far I haven't had to. Now this one I'm going to have to take the live chat off because I'm going to have to mute it because of that movie poster thing earlier. But that's fine. The questions will still be there and we'll have the answers. So yeah, so don't worry, like Conan came in tonight. If you need to ask a question that you want answered but you can't stick around, it's late, or you got to go, or whatever, or if something happens and you're just not here when I get to the question, there's always the Discord. You go click the link and then you can check it out in your own time, and rewatch it as many times as you need to, or whatever. Now I can skip your second question. Well, we're not gonna, but we might rehash some stuff, and that's fine. That's fine. Oh, hold on. Why am I still in studio mode? Gross. Okay. Oh, you know what? We're not in beta anymore either, are we? Let me get rid of that. Because we're not on the beta. We're on the stable version. Boom. There we go. All right. Great question, though. The webhooks for most things are fairly straightforward, but with the movie posters, we have to save the file to our hard drive first. And that's the big catch, because if you don't save it, there's no image file to upload. You can't upload directly from a source in OBS, right? Because it technically doesn't exist outside of that. So yeah, so we figured that out early on. Save it and then upload it. All right, cool. Good question. Hope I answered it thoroughly enough for Conan, but if not, Conan knows where to find me. And again, for anybody else, if you ask a question and I don't get to answer it thoroughly, or I go off track, because, like, for example, again, you have to go, so you're not here to, because I will have follow-up questions. A lot of these questions you ask, I'll be like, oh, how are you doing this? And if you're not here, I'm just going to have to guess, right? So if I get something wrong, or I don't answer it completely, or you're still confused, we do have also in the Discord the entire help section, and you can just reference the question and be like, it's not clear, can you help me out? And Fi's in there, really smart. Two Smoking Barrels, King. So if I don't get to answer your question right away, somebody else will as well. So Twitch just glitched into perfect sync with YouTube, so it means it's delayed. So we have to start a file. Oh, you have to start a file so it'll save first. Well, no, basically what we're doing, and let me see if I can explain it a little bit better. How do I want to do this? Open up one of our mini OBS installs. So what we're doing is basically we have the, I don't care, go away. So we have like our movie poster here, right? This is a browser source, and we have it in alerts. This is a browser source. Where is it? Movie poster. So if we look in, it's a source, right? And there's a whole bunch of other things on the scene as well, just like there is when movie poster shows up for real here. So what we're doing is when this becomes visible, because it's not always visible, right? And then you redeem it, and then we populate it with your avatar and your name and all that, and then we make it visible, right? When it becomes visible, then we take a screenshot, and that is a sub action in StreamerBot. You can take a screenshot of an OBS source, but we're taking a screenshot of only the movie poster. So all of these other things are ignored. We're not taking a picture of the entire scene, just this one source. And then we're saving that screenshot to our hard drive. Yeah. Now, technically, you can take a screenshot of anything. So if you put a screenshot of the scene or a screenshot of a group, it's going to take a picture of a screenshot of everything that's in that scene or in that group, and not just the one source. So, you know, you got to be extra careful with what you're taking a screenshot of, because something you might not want in that screenshot, you know, and like with the movie poster, we want just the poster, right? So there's that. But yeah, that's how you do that. Simple. Simple, simple. All right, next question. Here we go.
The cobbler asked, I want to create first chatter channel point in Twitch, and when it's redeemed, the reward should be not visible.
So you want to create a first chatter channel point, and when it's redeemed, okay, yeah, that's easy. So basically, let's go look at, yeah, snarky will work, that's fine. Let me just minimize all these so it doesn't get confusing. We'll just make a new one. So in the bot here, what we're going to do, we're just going to make a new, he is on you tonight. Snarky's all over you tonight, dude, which is kind of funny. We're just going to add a new action. We'll give it a unique name. We'll call this one Cobbler, just because you're the one who asked. You can make it, set it in a group or whatever, which we're not going to do because it doesn't really matter for us, because it will be deleted. But so we have our action. We're going to go to our sub actions over here, and we're going to do whatever it is that you do for your action. So obviously on Twitch, the first thing you're going to want to do is get the user info, right, for the target, which is going to be user. So we're going to do %user %, and that's going to pull in the user variables, so you can add that in. Probably next thing, you're probably going to have a send message to channel. So chat, send message to channel. And then you're going to say, you know, whatever user is first in chat today, you know, or whatever you have, right? So that gets all populated. Now, because this is going to be a redeem, and I can't make a redeem in this account because SnarkyBot is not an affiliate. I mean, I guess technically now he is, right? Because of the whole Twitch change. But anyway, you would make a trigger for Twitch. It would be a channel point redeem, which would be channel reward and then reward redemption right here. And then we're just going to create one. So this would be Cobbler. You can type. All right. And then you would give it a description, be the first one here, right? Set your background color, and then all of this you can do. Use max 1 per stream, right? And that way it can only be redeemed once. That's your first fail safe into it. Obviously set the cost for whatever you want it to be, 10 channel points, 20, 100, whatever. And then you just create this guy, and it'll be created, and we say okay. And so now we have this, right? But what we want to do is make sure, like you said, you want it to be not visible. So we're going to have to do a couple of things. Now, the first thing is back in this action, after the message is sent, we want to do another sub action, and we're going to go to Twitch again, and this one is going to be in rewards, and then we're going to set the enabled state. And you can just come in here, and then we're going to pick our enabler. What do we call it? We called it Cobbler, right? So we'll find Cobbler, there is on the list, and we're just going to set it to disabled, and then we'll say okay. So now when it gets redeemed, right, it'll pull in the user variables. It'll say whoever the user is that redeemed it and send that message in chat, and then it will disable the alert. It'll still be visible in the list, but when somebody clicks on it, it'll say, you know, it's not available, you know, check back next time, or whatever it says. I don't remember the exact wording. But if you want it to be completely turned off, so it's not even showing up at all, you can do that as well. And we're going to go back to Twitch, and we're going to go back to the rewards. And what you're going to do is you're going to do configure reward. Okay, actually, hold on. Hold on. Nope, I'm right. That's all you need to do. Disabled shows. I was thinking of something else. If you do Twitch reward, if you do the pause state, you can do the pause state, and that will prevent it from being used, and it will still show up. If it's disabled, it won't show up in the list at all. Okay, but the only other thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to re-enable it the next time you go live. And one thing I recommend, you saw my tutorial about pause. Okay, cool. One thing I recommend everybody does is they have a I'm starting streaming now set of actions, right? So when you click start streaming in OBS or whatever your streaming software is, you want that to be the trigger. And so I'll just show you real quick. So this is what I highly recommend basic for everyone. So this is going to be start streaming. And here you can set up all of the stuff that you need to happen when you go live, right? So we're just going to say, okay, so this, for example, we want to mute our microphone, right? Because we're going to be on our starting soon screen, and maybe we don't want our microphone audible, right? So we want to set that to mute. We want to make sure that we're on our starting soon screen. We want to make sure that the timers are running, whatever it is that you need to happen when you click start streaming, right? So you add all of that stuff in there. The trigger is going to be in OBS, and it's going to be streaming started. So when you do this as a trigger right here, when you click start streaming in OBS, it will run all of these sub actions, right? So once you have that kind of thing set up, and it doesn't matter if you have it and there's nothing in it at first, it's fine. But for like this one, we just want to come in here. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to copy this sub action, and then we're just going to come to our start streaming and we're going to paste it. And then we're going to just come in here and change it to enabled. So now we come in, we're live, right? And somebody redeems it, we disable it, and we're good. And we don't have to worry about it no more. It's disabled. Nobody else can use it. We're all done. We go about our stream. You go for your, 3 hours, 5 hours, however long you stream for, and you end stream, cool. And then you're going to go live tomorrow. Well, this is already set up now. So then when you click start streaming in OBS, it'll run these and it will re-enable that channel point redeem for the people to use, right? And it's fairly instant, like between you clicking start streaming and the first person showing up to your stream, it's already going to be active and enabled. They're not going to get there that fast. So, yeah, that's all you got to do, easy peasy, good stuff. Yep. You didn't see that part in the tutorial? Yeah. Well, my tutorial on the first in chat, I think I do do I cover 3 or 5? I don't remember, because I have 5 here, obviously, right? But yeah, I do have the reset functions for all of that in there, but it is a little bit more, 3. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I made that one. I don't remember everything. I should know my own fucking tutorials, but I don't, because I'm a horrible streamer. But that's okay. But yeah, so we cover, that. But yeah, that's that's all you got to do with this one, and since you're only going to have the one and then you're just turning it off, easy peasy, right? I think in ours we have it to where it's one channel point redeem, and it changes. So when it gets redeemed, right, it changes the prompt, it changes the title, and it changes the cost, and then it becomes the second in chat. And then when that gets redeemed, it changes the prompt, the title and the cost and becomes the third in chat all the way through the fifth. And then once the fifth one, we just pause it. And so nobody else can redeem it after the fifth. And then when I go, I think I have it set on my personal one, that when I end stream, I click on end stream as the trigger instead of start stream, it re-enables all of those things. But the same thing, it doesn't matter which way you do it. Right, so anything you want to be disabled, you should add 2 of them. So one of them is going to be in the event itself, so at the very end, so after everything runs that you want it to do, if you want to only run it the one time and then disable that channel point redeem, then you just set the enabled state to disabled. But so that you don't have to manually go through every time you want to start streaming and one by one turn them all back on, you just add them in here and just set them to enabled. And that way you just click your button in OBS and everything else is done for you. Yeah. Like I'll show you as an example, I'll show you my start streaming one. That's snarky again. Wait, what? Is this it? I think this is it. Stream management. And then I have stream. Is that the one? No, it's in the other one. It's not in this one either. Oh, it's in my... Hold on. I'll show you. I'll just show you. Nobody redeem anything for a second because this will fuck everything up if you do. So please do not. Please be nice to me. I just want to show this off and then you have them reset. Yeah, you can have them reset on end stream or on start stream. Just it's up to your preference. I just do it on start because I know I want everything prepared and I don't want to have to worry about, did I do that? All right, so let's go here real quick. Let me do start. So here's my start streaming. So when so here is my thing now. So these are all the things that happen when I start my stream, right? It pulls in all of my broadcaster stuff so that I can do like the game image and stuff like that I have, right? I set all my browser sources. I set all of my mute states for all of my audio, whether they need to be muted or unmuted. All of the visibility states for like the first in chats and all of that we were talking about. I reset all of the alerts. I turn like the donation bar and stuff like that. I turn those off, right? I clear my chat history. I reset the credits. I reset first words. Like, I mean, you can see I do a lot, and this all happens when I click start streaming, right? And so it's all just done for me, and I can add to this at any time. Let me get rid of that. So I can, you know, if I find out if I create something new that I want on my stream, I can add it to that without having to rewrite the entire action or whatever. So it just makes it real handy to have a start stream and an end stream action. And like I said, whether they're populated at first or not, it's just handy to have as like an organizational thing. So you can be like, you know what, I need to, if I'm disabling this or I'm turning this visibility off or I'm muting this source or whatever it is that you're doing. But the next time you go live, you need it switched back. Just put it in one of your start streaming or end streaming ones, you know, and then it's just done for you and you don't have to think about it or have like a really long checklist of every time you start a stream or end a stream, I've got to go through and make sure I do all of this shit, right? It's just done. It makes post-stream care a lot easier because you don't have to think about that silly stuff anymore. Like, are my channel points set right or, you know, whatever. But yeah. So hopefully that answered your question. And if not, let me know. We're still on it and we'll keep going. I don't know. I talk a lot. That's what I do. I have a microphone, so you're gonna fucking listen to me. It's right. follow-up question about the how many times. Right. So with that one, basically all you want to do with that one really, not you. We're gonna basically for that you just create the variable. It's a user persisted, right? So when we do the global get and set and all of that, it's actually core globals. So you're gonna set the global variable. The variable name is gonna be, I don't know, whatever, but it's gonna be a user or a redeemer one. Let me zoom in, sorry. So it's gonna be a user redeemer, and it is persisted, so you want that on. The variable name is just gonna be like, I don't know, first in chat or whatever you want it to be. And then the value is just going to be 0 to start with because it's the first time, right? So now we have this variable right here that we can use. Copy. So we're going to do that. We're going to set it here, and then we need to get it, right? Well, we're gonna increment it at the end, right? So because we're gonna get it first. So now we're gonna come in here. We're gonna go to again core and globals, and now we're gonna get the global. This is gonna be again user redeemer, the variable name, destination variable, the default value 0, right? So now when we get the variable, boink, if it's set, right? And this is where the variables or the globals get really confusing, at least for me. Other people seem to pick up on them well. I just don't think that they're worded very well. You can't get the variable if it doesn't exist, but you can't set it unless you get it. And it's like, my brain is like, I don't know what Nate was thinking when he did that. Like, but it makes sense in his head, which is fine. I just got to adapt. But yeah, so you're gonna increment here, boop, 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 by 1 every time, right? And then, so now that we've got it, we're gonna set it to whatever it is plus 1, and then you can use that in your Twitch message. So, and then you can say they have been first, whatever our variable was, first in chat times. Yay, whatever, I don't know, you can make your message say, but we can now use this variable because it's being pulled in. Excuse me. So the first time they use it is going to be a 0, and then it should be 1 because we're going to get it at 0 because it doesn't exist. We're going to create it, and then we're going to increment it by 1 and then tell everybody how many times. So the second time it'll be 2, third time it'll be 3, and so on and so forth, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah. Nate brought back the drop down. Yeah. I think too many people were complaining because there was such a wide variety of what it could be. But I mean, the globals are very confusing as they are, so any little bit to make them easier helps. But I should probably do a tutorial on the variables and how they work, because you can't, like, even if we set this global variable, like if we don't have this set here, let me just get rid of this. So if I delete this, right? Oh, I didn't want to delete all of them, motherfucker. I hate that. Why is delete all a fucking option now? That's what I hate. Don't do that. You were just getting used to typing everything. I mean, you still can. But if you just have a set, right? So let's go back here and we're going to go, where am I going? Core, global. So if we just have a set and we have our variable name and the value is 0, or we're going to increment it by 1, right? Because we've set it somewhere else. So now we grab it and we increment it by 1. This doesn't exist. Even though we can go to our variables and we can go to our persisted user and we could look them up and say, oh, there it is. And the cobbler's value is 2. And then the cobbler redeems this one and it should be 3, but it's not going to, because we have to first pull that information from StreamerBot, just like we do with Twitch. So, right, when we get our user info, right, when we get our user info, we have to pull from the user. So this is basically a get command or a get global, but from Twitch. So we're pulling this from Twitch. So it's the same thing. Before you can increment it, we have to go back to core, we have to go back to globals, and we have to get it. And we have to get that value and that variable with a default value of 0, because if it doesn't exist, we have to create it. If it does exist, it's going to fill in the value of whatever the value is already, right? So we have to get it first, and then we can increment it using the set. So we're setting the value up by 1 of whatever it currently is. But you have to do this every time inside the sub action. Yeah. So you have to get the global value. So what the fuck are you doing? You keep acting weird, you're going to end up on camera. Just saying. Yeah, so you have to get the global. I mean, it's going to be a user redeemer in this case, but you have to get the global with the variant. Now he's being all sweet. Look at him. But you're going to get it. So basically, even though it's in welcome in, Marbs. Yeah, so even though this is already stored in StreamerBot, like if we've had this running, say, for a while now, Cobbler, and your variable was like 30 or whatever, right? Even though that is in here and set by, why did I minimize that? And set by the bot, if we don't pull it or poll it, I guess you could say, into that sub action, we're never going to be able to interact with it. So, right, it'd be like trying to do a user variable in a Twitch command without getting the target info first, right? We have to pull that information and then we can adapt it, use it, increment it, whatever, and then display that new set. So you get it to pull in the value, you set it to change the values, and then you can use it. If I keep in chat on crack. Why do I want to say crack there? I don't know. Welcome in, Gamer Mac. It is a lot of damage. How are you? Oh, hi. Marbs, how are you, sir? How was work? I assume you're just getting home? A bit early. Well, I guess it is Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, the globals and stuff like that are very, very confusing, but that's the basic gist of it. Yeah, good stuff. Work was slow. You got to open tomorrow? What time is it open? Because I know you don't open early because you're pizza. God, I want pizza. Marv's, bring me a pizza, would you? Yeah, you have to be there at 10, right? So what time do you actually start serving? Is it like 11 when you start doing like cooking and deliveries and stuff, or is it earlier than that? You open at 11. Okay, yeah, that's what I think. I can't remember 100%, but the one I worked at in Washington State, I think they opened at noon. So tomorrow's a truck day. Ugh, gross. Yeah. Oh, there went my back. Okay, cool. Every other day? Jesus. That's a lot. But I guess if you're going to have fresh ingredients, you got to have them in the freezer. I mean, the walk-in. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks for showing up and spending your evening with us. Cool. Good question. Good question, Scott. You missed. I know, we miss you. I can't believe this is the 230th episode I've done since season 4. And this is the 50th Tavern Talk we've done. It means we've been doing Tavern Talk for a year now. Can you believe that shit? Like a fucking year. It doesn't seem that long. Maybe it does to you, but it doesn't to me. Like, I'm like, have we really done this every week for a year? Give or take. Except for the couple I had to take off. But, wow. It means I've been having fun. Yeah. I didn't say it was going by fast. I just didn't realize it was. When I was making the new titles tonight, I was like, 50th? God damn. And we do it once a week. That means 50 weeks. That means almost a year. Plus, I've missed a couple, so we've technically been doing it longer than a year, but that's crazy to me, dude. As time expands, seconds get shorter. Okay, Einstein. E equals MC squared. It's all relativity. Does that mean you're in season 4 too? I don't know. I think so. Yeah. Hi, Steves. Welcome in, my friend. Yeah, we're doing a big celebration on Twitch next week, actually. It'll be our annual Bearded is doing a celebration stream because I only do them once a year. So if you're interested, look for information in the Discord or in my social medias, because I'll start posting them this week about it. We do a lot of shit. We do a dono-thon, basically. And we're just celebrating. We're celebrating you, the community, first and foremost. That's the biggest thing. And you know, the new members that we've made in the last year. We're celebrating basically my stream anniversary, my affiliate anniversary, my birthday, your birthday, all the holidays, everything just rolled into one. If it's worth celebrating, every milestone, you know, I don't do like celebration streams for, oh, we reached 500 followers or 1,000 followers or, you know, whatever, you know, that stuff. I don't do those. So we just kind of once a year go, yep, this is everything. We're celebrating everything. And they're usually uncapped with preferences for donations because I don't want Twitch or YouTube or anything getting my money or your money, our money, as it were. So if you want to add time to the clock, you get more time added if you do a donation rather than like a gifted sub or using bits and things like that. So it kind of incentivizes doing it that way. And then of course we have our goals along the way. We'll have a big dono bar. We have this year, we have a lot actually. I think we have like 23 or 24 game keys to give away. Most of them are unknown. They're random and hidden. Like I don't even know what the games are. Because we did that last year and it was a lot of fun. So we have like 20, I think 23, something like that, games to give away. So we'll do those fairly often, probably once an hour or something. We also have, thanks to Kleine Conan, we have beans that I will eat, every flavored beans. We have 4 boxes of them. And we'll probably do those for whatever, I don't know, $1 or something. And then we have like our big goal things, right? So like $25, $50, $100, whatever, as we and these are all of my milestones are cumulative. So they're not like a one-time. I don't need one person to donate fucking $50, right? It's if we reach $50 total, then we'll do this, right? But we have, let's go Sweaty Sock. I think Sweaty Sock is in there. Yeah. It's the 7th edition, whichever is in 7th edition. They're gross. But we have the games to give away. We have the beans to eat. I have the 1 chip challenge. No tarantulas or scorpions this year, but we do have the 1 chip challenge. We have the world's hottest gummy bear, low nitro. We have Satan's toe, which is the world's hottest lollipop. We have the world's hottest chocolate bar. Apparently people think I need to eat hot stuff. We have enchilada flavored soda to drink. We're going to have a mustard flavored soda to drink, as well as a butter flavored soda to drink. And then also we have a 4-pack of increasingly hotter peppers as sodas. So there's like jalapeno, habanero, whatever the next one is, and then the Carolina Reaper as a soda. So if you missed out on the sweet corn soda adventure last year, you're in luck, because we got some other nasty fuck flavors this year to do too. Yeah. I got the nothing. Please, I hope nothing is as nasty as that. I am not looking forward to the mustard. I love mustard, but mustard as a soda does not excite me. The enchilada, I got the enchilada one today. It was delivered today. It's already in the fridge. Sleeping your hoodie was, yeah. You still crack up like that when you see the fucking clip. My poor sphincter. I know. I'm praying for myself. Yeah. But yeah, I got the enchilada one delivered today, and it does not look appetizing. So we'll be doing those along the way. There's also the big things we'll add in there, like the OnlyFans creation. We've talked about that before. We reach a certain goal on the Donathon bar. We will stop everything right then, and I will create an OnlyFans account with channel point redeems, where you can then use them to tell me what to post within TOS and our own rules that we will make when we create the account. We're also going to do a poll. I keep saying OnlyFans just because that's like the popular whatever, but we're going to make a poll. It's either going to be OnlyFans, Fansly, or Feet Finder. And we're going to leave it up to chat to decide which account we create. And then, of course, there is the big ultimate goal, which you're never going to reach. But if you do reach it, I will shave my beard. Yeah. So there's that. We may do another like dye the beard. I don't need to create the website. I just need to create the account on an existing website, you dingus. I'm not going to make a whole new website for it. We're just going to capitalize on what's already there. Why reinvent the wheel? I just want to post pics of my feeties or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to, but y'all are going to make me. I have a feeling y'all are going to ensure that we reach that goal at a minimum, but yeah, so that, of course, we're going to be playing games along the way, chatting, listening to music, fucking community games, co-op games. We'll do the thing. Now, last year, we ended up, what was like 102 hours, I think. I think it was 102 hours. So yeah, they get long. You guys are insane. How do you add mic mute? It's just go to OBS in the sub actions and go into OBS, and it's OBS, and then sources, and then it's, oh, let me zoom in, my bad. It's set source mute state. And then you'll find the source or the scene that your microphone is in. The source is the name of the whatever you named your microphone in OBS, and then you just set it to mute. Easy. I could be the king of feet pics. I mean, aren't I already? I don't know. Chris Davies got me beat, maybe. I'm not going to be posting my links to my OnlyFans or my feet finder or whatever it is that we create in the bathroom. Although that is great marketing, I guess. Okay. Your mic should be a source. Yes, it should definitely be a source. If you can't find it, it is probably because if you go into settings in OBS, it's going to be a little different because this is an older version. But if you go to audio, you probably are using this here. And all of these, like your mic auxiliary, will be set to default. You need to set these all to disabled. Desktop audio, auxiliary audio, all of that. Your monitoring device would be your headset. And then you create a source for all of these. Fi, can you find the two OBS tutorials, the basic setup and the advanced setup, and post those links, please, for Cobbler? Those two kind of cover these settings and everything and what they mean and how to go about it. But yeah, basically set all of these. No, not the 2-hour tutorial one. No, I have an OBS basic setup and then I have an advanced one. They're a little bit older. They're probably a couple pages deep. But yeah, you set all of these to disabled and then you can just make your own. So we would go over here to source, add, and then you would add audio input capture for your microphone. And then it would be whatever you name it. And then it would show up in your source list there. Yeah, but you want to do that because you want control. You don't want to rely everything on Windows default. Yeah. All right. While Fi's looking up those links for those two tutorials for you, I'm going to go ahead and answer the next question.
20_Ravenous_20 asked, we set up auto shoutouts last week for incoming raids.
Yep.
How do I do that for my subscribers and resubs that are streamers only? Not for the ones who don't stream. No offense to non-streamers in here.
So you want to do it for subscribers and resubscribers that are streamers only. Well, technically, everybody is a streamer. It's whether they actually stream or not, right? But I'm assuming because of the video shout outs and things like that, like if somebody subscribes to you, even if they don't stream, there's no harm in shouting them out, right? Like we do, you know, one of our longtime supporters and stuff, Lou, right? Lou is not a streamer. Thank you, Fi. Well, you know, we always shout her out. But yeah, if you don't have the video tutorial, or if you don't want the video, Video tutorial, the video shout out. If they don't have clips, it's not going to show anything anyway. So there's nothing, you don't really have to do anything special. If they don't, yeah, it's just going to fail. It'll have their little image up there in the, where the, you know, the little avatar, like that'll start, but then there will be no clip to show, which is just, it's fine. And your message, your send a message to chat will still show their name and their link, right? So people want to follow an account that doesn't stream, you know, that's up to them. But I personally, I think that the recognition is still worthy, right? You know what I mean? But like we have, let me see if I can, I think I'll just use Lou because why not? But if we do like a shout out for Lou, you'll see what happens on when I have the way I have it set up. But it's basically the same thing. Is it? Fuck. Is it Lou V or is it? I know there's two. Is it two U's? I think so. Let me double check because I know that the other way to spell it is also an account that is not hers. It's weird. And I don't like doing that, but let me just double check here real quick. Yeah, that's her. Okay. So, thank you. So Lou doesn't stream. So this is, if we did a shout out, you get this. Right? Ignore that line %. I still haven't fixed my double shout out thing. So they still get the text shout out, but because they don't have any clips, nothing in the video, nothing on stream shows. You know what I mean? But they still get the love in chat for doing the subscribe or the resubscribe or whatever. Line. Not snarky. Snarky, go over here. You're in my way. I think it's because of this. Or it could be this. I don't know. I'm going to go through and rewrite all of this shit anyway. Ugh. It's a whole chore in itself. But yeah, so basically, Raven, for what we did last week with the raid, you can just copy it over, duplicate it, make one for your subscribes, for your resubscribes, you know, your bits and cheers, whatever, and they can technically all be the same. And then you just want to change your message that goes out to Twitch, obviously, because you don't want to thank them as a raider and then have them resubscribe and get thanks for the raid, right? But other than that, yeah, it'll still give them the love, you know, in chat, because you never know what happens. You get somebody that's not a streamer, but then like next month they decide to go live and they want to stream for the first time. You know what I mean? So it's cool when you have some followers from other communities already when you go live. 4 a.m. comes even faster than you do. I doubt that. 4 a.m. is still like 5 or 6 hours away. I know you don't last that fucking long. So. Just saying. Yeah. You close your eyes and suddenly it's 4 a.m. Relativity. Yeah. I know it seems that way, but believe me, for the rest of us, Having to listen to you fucking snore and toss and turn like that. You're horrible to sleep next to, man. I never get good rest when we're over together. Yeah, well, I'm trying to forgive them. Dave is also very grabby in his sleep. So he's reaching, you know, he'll like do the fucking big spoon fucking reach around and just grab a fucking handful, and it's annoying as shit. Pulls the covers off, wraps himself up like a burrito, like he's the only one in bed. Like, it's horrible. I bet you would. You don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's because you're fucking asleep, dude. I'll record it next time. You can watch yourself sleep. It's fucking annoying as fuck. No, but seriously, thank you for hanging out, Dave. I appreciate you. I know you got to be up early, so hanging out for as long as you did was incredible, and I thank you. Yeah, get some good sleep. I hope you have a wonderful day at work tomorrow. Even though I know you probably won't. Sleep is vital at this age. Yeah, if only I could get some, that would be great. But Ravenous, to continue on with that answer, what I can do is I can kind of dumb down my shout out thing. I mean, you saw how long, I mean, this is pretty much all of this is all shout out worthy stuff. So gift subs, gift bombs, follows, which I don't do anymore, donations, cheers, subscribers, resubscribers, raids, big raids, right? All of this stuff has a shout out, and I can kind of, because I do a lot that you may not have, so I would like delete some of the shit or whatever, but basically I can go and dumb it down and make you an export, and so you can kind of see how I have it all set up and go from there and make your decisions based on that. But this already checks for the video shout out if there is no shout, or if there is no clip, or if it fails for any reason, like the streamer doesn't exist or whatever. Oh, it's your first day officially in the noob? Oh, that's right. So you'll be back on the crane in like a week. Yeah. But yeah, I can show you how I have mine set up, and then you can kind of look at that. But basically I did that. I did my cheer one. I copied it and made it a donation one. I did that and made it a gift sub one. I copied that and made it a gift bomb one, and on and on and on. They're all technically the same. They just do a little bit different stuff. Like different messages, different sounds, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you get stuck in doing yours, or, you know, want to see if you're doing it, I mean, you don't have to obviously do it exactly like me. There's, you know, 125 different ways to do this, but I'll show you how I have mine set up. And then you can go from there. Yeah. Cool. All right. Next question. I think this one also comes from Ravenous, which she said we could ignore, but we're not going to. I'm not
20
rude.
_ Ravenous _ 20 asked, how do I get my channel redeem for movie posters to auto upload to my Discord server?
Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to go into the Discord, and you want to see where Conan asked the same question, and then click on that. And yeah, no, the answer is there. But yeah, basically set up a screenshot of the browser source, save it to your desktop somewhere, or, you know, a folder somewhere, your streamer folder, and then create your Discord webhook, and then put that link, and then use the variable, what was it, screenshot file, as the variable to upload the screenshot. Yeah, let me double check. I do want to double check that though, because I want to make sure that I didn't miss a step, and if I did, Conan's going to be very, very mad at me. Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Let me double check. So add target info, set browser source, URL. That's for the avatar. We delay, we play a sound. We make the backdrop visible. We make the buoy poster visible. We delay for another time. Then we take a screenshot. And then we... Yeah, okay, so there isn't. So, yeah. No, that's it. I did it right. Yeah. Thanks, Fi. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Fi, you want to be... exclamation point B, that one? Don't forget the 9 honors. It's only, is it 9? Honor. I think it's 1 for the title. And then 3 as the first part and 4 as the second part. So that's 8. It's 8. Would not auto, isn't it? Yeah, I think you have to take the @ out. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. I did it. I just click on it. It's fine. We need to make a better way to do that. Whoops. Whoops. How did I get it back in? What do you mean? Well, all right. He's not, yeah. He has left you alone for quite a while, and now he's just like all over. Toasty! Sweet. We love that. Fucking children. When your balls drop, you stop being a dick. Let's take a look at something. Is this the one? This is another reason I need to go to one fucking bot. Nope. This one. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, oops, wrong one. Okay. Cool. There we go. I want to see something. Oh, we don't need that. Where is my view? This one. Let's see. Does this will be test. I want to see something. Can I get I'm just curious about something. I don't think that's really going to stop it, though. Yeah, this one is so fucking... And that's one of the things I hate about YouTube, is that you can have a different display name than you can a username, which is just stupid. But I wonder. Let's see. I'm going to do if you're cute. Did something happen today, man? You okay? Your mama make you wear that shirt? What's wrong with you, bud? Oh, I don't have a group. That's because I'm deleting them. Yeah. Toasty! Yeah. But yeah, that's one of, okay, so if we do contains, then What is our what is our groups? Do I even have I don't even have a group on this one, do I? You're on YouTube now too? Cool. Do, 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 do. Twack. All right, let's see. I don't. So. Why are my tags? Oh, default tags. Okay. Not those. Oops. Oh, wait. It was weird. The chat's just frozen. That is weird. Do you have to refresh or what? Yeah, often? Really? That's weird. No, let me check my... Yeah, everything seems pretty steady. I wonder, I mean, it's obviously, I don't think it's my connection. It could be yours. Okay. Yeah, I got excellent right now and no drop, nothing on the YouTube side, so. I don't know, man. Where are... Silenced. Iced tea. Mork. You guess he doesn't? No. I wouldn't know. Let's see. We want to go... No, not that one. We can't just add to group? Really? That's interesting. Wow, I didn't know they redid that. All right, let me look something up. Research. Where are we at? I don't know. Next question. Yeah, just we are in a second. Oh. Okay. Try that. You caught it, cheater. Not your fault. You're already in the panel. I mean, if you're looking. All right. I wonder if that'll work. I guess we'll find out. Let me go to my queue here. Oh wow, the new YouTube API has a lot of fucking new information. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I know that the YouTube API, the front end API, changed a little bit, so that's kind of cool. All right. Next question. Sorry for the delay. I want to test something here. I've never done that before. That's kind of cool. See if it works. All right. Next question. Here we go.
Hi-Fi420 asked use a time of day for a trigger?
Good one. Maybe. Never thought about that, actually. Good question. Twitch, YouTube, or both? Bye. It might. Let's see. So I know we can make time a variable, but I don't know. Yeah, but not natively, right? Good Lord. Hold on. Don't try to talk and exhale at the same time. Yeah, there's nothing like native that you could use as a trigger. Well, maybe, hold on. And you want to do a time of day. So like what, like 4 p.m. or like, I'm assuming. Sure. Okay. You're so helpful. Because you can't. Yeah, but a custom trigger works only with C# stuff. So you would have to write the C# for it. I wonder. I wonder. Doo-doo. Wonder. I don't need to. So if we do. We just want. You just want time though, right? Or do you want the date as well? But shit, why not? Well, what is it that you want to do? Specifically, like, that's based on, that's on a time. I mean, like, if you set something for 9 p.m., your bot would have to be open at 9 p.m. every day. Or every day that you want it to run. You know what we could do? Hold on. Hold on. Let's just say when the clock strikes a time. Okay, so what we could do, let's see. We'll just say play sound, I guess. I don't know. Okay, play a sound, whatever. Let's go. I don't fucking know. I want alerts. What do we want? We'll just use this one. Okay. Oh, we want to put that, actually, we put that inside an if statement. So if we do, I'm thinking here, I'm thinking. Let's do if. If. Oops. Last time we tried to mess with time, we couldn't get just the time. We had to, it gave us the full fucking, like, date time, but it was always server time. Or it was always 12 or 24 hour, I mean. So let's just do this. Let's just say paste. And then what time is it now? 11. So we'll do 23. Give me a couple minutes to set this up. So we'll do 2307. And then we want to make a timed action. name time check. Interval 60 seconds. Oops, not 6 plus 0. Enable the repeat. Okay. Okay. Do you know where your children are? Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just run a check every minute to see if time equals. Let's see if that works. So now he's going to see if timer will actually run. And then we'll see what variables we get. If it's on the pause, well, don't put it on the pause queue then. That seems like a simple fix. Look at that, it worked. Did y'all hear it? Probably didn't hear it, but I heard it. So there you go. So let's see, the counter, it ran twice, time check, miscellaneous, time 11:07. So we did time t equal, if time t equals 11:07. So if we go back, oops, I didn't mean to, oh shit, did I just, oh, okay. So we go back here, if time t equals, and you said you wanted 4:20, so that would be 16:20. Then play your sound or show your video or whatever. You'll just have to run it on a timed action every minute. Now what you could do to save a little bit of resources is do a double timer. I would just use a 1 minute timer. I mean, because it's going to run every minute. But what I would do is I would run one every hour, right? So you would basically duplicate this. Here, let me just do it. So we would duplicate this. So what we would do is we would do like test hourly, right? So if the time t equals, but we just want the hour. Excuse me. So we would just change this. Okay, so what we want is if time t equals 1600, right? Then we would not play a sound, but instead we would run an action. No. What would we do? we would enable a timer. So timed action. No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you want something to go off at 4:20 every day, right? But if you start stream at noon, you don't need to check every minute if it's 4:20 yet. You see what I'm saying? So we would do one here where we're going to check if it's 4 o'clock. And if it is 4 o'clock, then we're going to enable the timer that checks every minute. And then you're only checking every 20 minutes instead of 600 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I just got to figure out core. Where are my timers? There you go. So set timer state, we would do the time check enabled. Boom. Right. So now we make a new timer here called hourly check. Or whatever. I can't type. Right. And then the interval would be whatever, how many seconds are in an hour? 360. That seems wrong. 30, yeah, thank you. So we enable this, we repeat this, boom, okay. And then we would just, you would have like in your start stream or end stream or whatever to disable the timed action. Right, so this one would get, this one's always disabled, this one is enabled every time you go live, and then at 4 o'clock it would turn this one on. You can even have it turn itself off, right? So you can enable this one, let's duplicate it, and then you can do the hourly check and disable that one so it's not running anymore. So once it hits 4 o'clock, we enable the time check, which checks every minute, and disable the hourly check, and then this one will be running, and then once it hits 4:20 it would play the sound. And that way you're not running an action every single minute, because we already have a few of those running anyway with, you know, the live viewer watch and check and all that. Got you again. It shouldn't, though. It should if the value contains, because when we ran this one, wherever that went, it ran it, whoops, that's the wrong one. This was, which was the right, this one. It ran it at 11:07:26, even though it was set to check for 11:07. So the extras shouldn't matter. Is it HH? Okay. Is it uppercase HH or lowercase? Wait, oop, wrong one. Okay, let's go. Hourly, yes. Time check, not enabled. Okay. HH, right. Okay. So if time HH. Oop, wait, am I on the wrong one? Shit. Hourly. Time HH equals just 16. There you go. Then it will enable our minute check. Right. That's exactly right, but I don't know if it does the hourly the same way. So yeah, like Jeff said, the HH, I forgot about checking the hour one. It's not on the list. Upper, yeah. Any other single character? There's so much in the daytime stuff, which is really cool, but good lord. Unless you're writing a clock. Do you really need all this? Anyway, yeah, so test it hourly, run that, check the hours. Time, HH equals 16. Then we enable the minute check, and then when the minute check runs, if it is 16:20, play your sound or your video or whatever it is. Wish you had thought of this 3 months ago to add it to the offering. I mean, yeah, it would be a lot easier if we could do like, you know, a trigger with time or a trigger with just a variable without having to write C# for a custom trigger, but you know, that's how it is. Good night, cutie. Have a great Tavern Talk. Thanks. Thanks, Ravens. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the questions. Hope we got you all answered up. Get some good sleep. Hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Variable in the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be great. Maybe version 1.1 will have that. Yeah. Coolio. You got a 12-hour trip tomorrow. Oh, be safe. Drive safe. Watch out for the idiots on the road. Cool. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Thanks for the help on that one, Jeff. I forgot about the fucking just the hour check. I was like, ooh. HH. I haven't done fucking PHP time in years. You know what would be cool? Is if we could parse UTC time into, like, chat. I think that would be awesome. Because then you could be like, your raid out message could be like, we'll be live next time on Friday at noon, but it would show everybody's local time. Set the hour to equal 23. Okay. We can do that. But then I need to change this one to, we'll do 23:23 just to give it a couple minutes. Well, the hourly one's not going to run again because it's already run. I mean, I could just change it to fucking run on minute here. Do that. See if it enables and disables. Yeah. Yeah. But no, he's got some really good stuff. I just, you know me, I try to stay away from the C# because not everybody's a coder, and if something changes and you got to go in and change it or wait for whoever created it to update it, it's a pain in the ass. So we like workarounds without having to use C# if we can. I say that, and then this whole entire fucking program that I just wrote for Twitch is entirely in C#, and it's a lot. But it's fucking cool. So there you go. That worked. So the hourly check did disable and enable, even though we're after 11 o'clock. My face is fucking cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. And there goes the sound. Look at that. 23:23. So when did that run? So the test hourly ran at 22:54. The minute one ran at 23:54. So, yeah. And then they should both be disabled now. Oh, we didn't set the timer to be disabled, did we? No. We could do that here, though. Paste. And then this one would just be the timer check. Disabled. So you can set it so it's just then they never run again after 4:20. So yeah, as long as it runs within that minute. But if it's running every minute, it's not going to skip a minute. So even if it runs at 54 seconds of the minute, it still works. So there you go. Yeah. Sweet. We figured that out without C#. Last question? Yeah. Yep, because it's almost 11:30 p.m. and we still got to do some Chrono Trigger tonight. So let's get to the last one and see what happens.
Hi-Fi 420 asked, is there a way to not send a chat receipt message when a redeem is made?
Right, so Ness, yo, kind of, that is not really up to us. Let me see if I can word this correctly. So I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the user notice messages, like when somebody redeems and then like in like grade single line text it says so and so redeemed whatever, redeemed for 50 channel points or whatever. The short answer is no. And the reason, and see, like I said, I'm gonna read from this and see if I can tell you exactly why, because it's a little bit confusing, because some of them do and some of them don't, and it's based on not what we all think it's based on. As I was actually looking into this the other day for part of the DOC, but I want to make sure I get it right for you. Hold on. Okay, so when an event happens in chat, right, it uses the event sub proper part of the API, and this could be like channel follow, channel subscribe, channel cheer, channel points used, channel is online, like all these different things, right? What comes through chat is the Twitch chat is basically an IRC, which is why it's always active and why you can test shit even though you're not streaming, unlike the YouTube chat, right? So the system style messages, or they're called what are they called? They're called unique something, user notice messages, and basically it's an alert for the user, you, the streamer, that says, hey, this was fired, it was run, it was done, whatever. But it only does it for certain types of those events. So like you have like the channel point reward. There are different subsections of those things. It's really complicated and confusing, but basically the reason they sometimes inject those messages is because they let's see if I can get this right. So a channel point event sub will always fire those messages. So that would be like your channel point custom reward. If the reward is built in, if it's a standard redeem, like highlight my message or whatever, like the ones that Twitch says here, and you can go and turn them on or off. If it's a custom reward that you created, it will always show, unless the reward is configured to skip input, or it already has a visible description. But you can configure, and not like through StreamerBot or whatever, but like through Twitch. If you were to be so inclined, you could make an extension and you could configure your reward redeem to kind of bounce into your little sandbox and set it as silent, and then it won't trigger those. But that's why, like, you'll see something come up, you know, like somebody will redeem a channel point and nothing will happen as far as like the chat goes, because something is fired, something already goes into chat, which replaces that message. But if it's delayed, or if it's an active thing, or if it's a Twitch embedded one, it'll always show those messages. But there's not like a toggle or anything where you can be like, hey, don't show this. You can turn them off, I believe. At least you could. And I don't know if they changed that when they got rid of the pub subs or not and moved everything over to event sub, but you could turn them off in your personal settings of your chat, or at least suppress them, because some of them will always show no matter what. But I don't know if they got rid of that or not. I want to say they did, because I haven't seen it in a while, but then again, I haven't looked for a while. But just because so a custom redeem, you need to, well, no, you still make it in StreamerBot, but it just depends on what is actually fired behind the scenes. I know it's kind of hard. Let me see if I can do. Okay, so each one, every time you fire like a channel point redeem, it's going to go into the IRC as like a JSON payload, right? And so it's going to have like, it'll say like channel and the full word, and then dot, and then it'll be like event, right? I can't spell. Dot redeem. I mean, and these are all just kind of whatever, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then there's channel event, channel point redeem, custom, blah, 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 blah. And then there's channel dot event dot channel point redeem dot blah, blah, blah. There's like 30 of them. But based on all of the settings for your channel point redeem, is which one of these or multiples of these that get sent to Twitch and then to the IRC channel and then show up in chat. And like 90% of all of them will for sure show that message, right? And then for the other 10%, it won't show that message. If you do like input, you require input, I believe skips that. If you show something in chat, so basically part of the redeem is to send a message, it will replace that message because there's something already going into the IRC channel to show in chat. Or if it's set to silenced, which we can't really do unless we're in the sandbox, which is be like creating an extension or something like that that deals with chat. Like the extension that I'm building doesn't really talk to chat, but I can set it up to where it would. So like if you clicked a button on my panel, it could send a message to the chat. Then I could set silenced on that and it wouldn't show. But just creating a channel point redeem either in Twitch or in StreamerBot is not going to trigger that silenced flag, right? You basically have to be a developer and be on the developing end of that to get it into that IRC channel. I'm trying to figure out what else does not trigger those. Like I said, anything that requires input, anything that automatically goes into chat doesn't. Anything that's currently embedded in Twitch. So like if you go to your Twitch dashboard and all those ones that are pre-made for you, like the highlight my message, change an emote, you know, whatever, those don't, because they're already on Twitch. But there's very few instances that don't. We just use a lot of those instances, like sending a message to chat or whatever. So yeah, does that make sense? I know it's very convoluted. Just a redeem that brings up a text scene in OBS. Yeah, it's going to be hit or miss, really. I'm going to say with that one, it probably will. Yeah. It probably will. It'll probably say, you know, so-and-so redeemed such and such for so many channel points. You finished watching both the VODs or the videos? I set up the audio in the setting as default. No, you set them all to disabled, not default. Yeah. No, we don't ever want anything set up as default. We want them all to be disabled. All of them. Always. All disabled. And then you make your own. The only thing we set is our monitoring device, because if you leave this at default, then it will be default to whatever Windows is set to default when you open OBS. So like if you use headphones and they're not powered on or they're not plugged in, whatever Windows sets to default, like would be one of your monitors or whatever, that's what OBS will use as the default, even if you turn your headphones on. And so you're gonna like not get a lot of the sounds go through. So you always want to set this to like your headset or whatever you're going to be used while you're streaming. That's the only thing we set. Everything else after you do that is set in here. So like I have an audio scene where it has my microphone, it has my Discord, my music, my games, my Spotify, whatever, and each one of them has their own. Refresh when active or not. No, you shouldn't have to. No. No, it should never refresh when it becomes active. Otherwise you're going to see that connected to, you know, streamer bot message or whatever pop up. And you don't want it to be oh, I don't have it here. You don't want it to be local file. No. So uncheck local file, uncheck the refresh. Also, yeah, and if you do refresh, it'll fucking break anyway. So, because of the way that the file system works. You're very welcome, Cobbler. I'm glad that you're getting some help out of it, man. That's what we do. That's what we're here for. You forgot, yeah. Well, once I get everything set up with the extension, which I told you I had to go rewrite a whole bunch of it right now, which pisses me off. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow and Tuesday. I have to work tomorrow, but I'm not streaming, so... But once I do all that, I will be making like the tutorials, especially for you beta testers. you know, how to set it up, what to do. So we're going to cover also how to add it properly to OBS. So I'll go over all of those settings and stuff in that as well. But hopefully we can start testing that this week. It's like every time I get so fucking close, and then Twitch is like, oh yeah, but also forgot you can't do this either. So go rewrite half your shit. Such a pain in the ass. If I hadn't decided to make a fucking Twitch extension for this thing, we would have been done weeks ago. But I wanted to, because I think it'll be a lot easier for people. Plus you can set, you know, and get bits for the stuff instead of just commands. You know what I mean? So. Alright. Empty queue. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking do it. Alright, so here's the deal. If you're on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube and want to come over to Twitch, we will be playing some Chrono Trigger tonight. We got to make some more progress on the main story. We have quite a few bosses to beat. I think we're going to go for 3 bosses tonight, because I think 2 of them are kind of back to back and easy. I'm sorry, 4. We have 1 real fight, and then we have the first Lavos fight, which we're supposed to lose. And then we have back to back kind of like weaker fights to do, boss fights. It's like we got to fight Dalton again, and then some other little bullshit golem or whatever. So we're going to try to get through at least those tonight, because we only have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, or this week, coming to finish it up. But we're getting close anyway, so we just got to make sure our party is leveling and do what we can. So we're going to go do that. It's 11:42. By the time I end all this, because I have to close this one down, because everything's already on my other OBS install, so I'm going to get that one running instead of just staying live here. But we're going to say goodbye to YouTube, and then we are going to raid out, and then I'm going to go pee, check the dog. I'm going to get something to eat real quick, because I haven't eaten today, and then we're going to go back live, so probably about half an hour. So a little after 12:15 my time, which is about 30 minutes from now, is what we're going to do. But first, if you're on Twitch, say goodbye to YouTube. And we're going to find somebody to raid to real quick. You know what? We'll just raid over to Bibs. I don't know how long.
Good night, everybody.
I don't know how long she's going to be going, but it doesn't matter, because I'm going to be back in half an hour anyway, and you can all come back and hang out with me. So let's go over to the raid screen, and then we will say goodnight to YouTube, and then we will do the raid over on Twitch. So let's do, oops, I want to do that here. No yelling. No, you don't get to, because I'm going to go eat right now. Oh my God. Yeah, I need to get rid of that too. Thanks, Kaba. All right. Nope. Let's see. I was like, how? Yeah, that was when I was showing you how to do the channel points and stuff. So I made one. It's no big deal. But yeah, we're gonna go see Bibs. If you don't know Bibbity, you're gonna love her. I think she's playing games tonight. But we'll be back in about a half hour, maybe a little bit less. It won't take me very long to eat anything, and I just need to like pee and refill drinks, get coffee going, and load the game. So but give me about half an hour just in case, and we'll be back. But YouTube, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the questions. Well, not all of you, except for that one dick. We all knew who that was. But other than that guy, love you all. We'll be back. Yeah, nerd. We'll be back next week. The schedule is in the Discord under the Bearded Stream info. tentatively for this coming week. So, yeah, we'll see you all on Twitch here in about half an hour. So, goodbye, YouTube. Good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the show. Remember, take care of yourself because you matter. You're important. And until next week, we'll see you then. Love, peace.